Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It is your boy Noah Jones, and welcome to Today in Hip Hop, episode number 31. 31, ladies and gentlemen, episode 31. Got a great show for you today. For the people that don't know, the video version of this podcast is exclusive to NoahJonesNews.com. So if you want to see the visuals behind the audio, you have to subscribe to NoahJonesNews.com. It's $2 a month, very inexpensive. With that, you get my entire music catalog. You get the Today in Hip Hop podcast. You also get a bunch of other features, ladies and gentlemen, some other stuff that I have in the workings that is strictly, exclusive to the website. Now, today we're going to go off on some crazy shit. We have some cool things to talk about. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call them cool, but just people being idiots as usual. You know what I mean? First off, we have a little Dirk affiliate. His name is OTF Boona, and he's actually been arrested and charged for an alleged involvement in a mall shootout that left 4 people injured, including a 6-year-old boy. Now, the shooting occurred on March 23rd in a parking lot at Cumberland Mall in Atlanta. The shootout allegedly started between 2 cars before Boona, whose real name is Michael Golden, exited one of the vehicles and opened fire on 4 victims. The young boy was reportedly struck by 1 bullet while getting out of a parked vehicle, and there were additional victims. 19-year-old Jakava Harris, 19-year-old Deshaun Powell, and 18-year-old Karanji Reese. Reese was involved in the shooting but was not shot. The 3 adult victims were arrested after the police found guns and drugs in their vehicle. Now, they say that law enforcement was able to identify and track down OTF Boona after he dropped his phone at the scene of the shooting. So not only are these people doing shootings, they're being extremely sloppy about the whole situation. The police used Boona's phone data and social media to apprehend the suspect. OTF Boona was arrested on September 29th and is held without bond, and is being charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault, ladies and gentlemen. I completely do not understand this. Now, if he is Little Durk's affiliate, Little Durk is on fire right now. He's tearing everything up. Every record that he's getting on is doing extremely well, which is going to bring extra attention and extra light to his crew. So basically, he's throwing a golden opportunity to be heard and be seen in the trash by committing these shootouts. Now, not only do I blame this young gentleman for his actions, because you gotta hold these people accountable for their actions. So not only do I blame this guy for his actions, I also blame Dirk, because as the OG of the squad, as the one that got everything popping, you're supposed to let your guys know, look, you can't be doing this type of stuff. You know, they're in a position right now to make a great run, and then you have this negative press that can ruin your opportunities. See, what people don't understand is club promoters, endorsers, people that are trying to throw you the bag, they have research teams and people in place to look up all of these type of incidents. And when you're caught up in these type of situations, you fumble the bag because nobody wants to go to a show where you could potentially get shot and killed. You know what I mean? So while his crew is out doing these type of things, it's obvious he's shooting at people that are the ops. So that means when these guys are doing shows, the ops can show up at the show, which means more innocent people can be shot and killed, more victims, higher insurance rates, the whole 9 yards. This is not a good thing. This is not a good sign. These are not good actions. You know, and from the looks of it, a lot of these victims are young people, 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds. The youth is at such a crazy position, in such a crazy state right now, to where they're just getting into things that might throw their entire life in the trash, let alone be dead. I mean, you can be dead, but then if you survive, your whole life will be thrown in the trash, in jail. I don't understand it, ladies and gentlemen. These are young gentlemen without guidance, and I don't know if they're doing it for publicity, for clout, you know, to get a name, to get a reputation, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to need Lil Durk to do an all hands on deck and talk to his folks about these situations. And these situations should have been handled a long time ago, because as far as I know, allegedly, there's a lot of deaths surrounding Lil Durk as is already. A lot of his family members, friends, some of his squad, his crew, the people that he deal with have been shot and killed. He's like a walking magnet for death. I don't know, man. Somebody in his camp need to sit him down and say, look, we gotta fix this. Otherwise, even Lil Durk himself, he's putting himself at risk with all of these things that's going on. So, crazy situation, man. Crazy situation. Now, let's move on to your boy Tyga. Tyga's been in the news lately. He's had ex-girlfriend issues. Says that he voluntarily turned himself into the LAPD after his ex-girlfriend Cameron Swanson accuses him of domestic violence. Previously, Swanson reported the alleged incident to the LAPD after her mom picked her up from Tyga's home following the alleged incident. Swanson reportedly had marks on her at the time, and Tyga was not arrested, and he chose not to answer any questions from the police when they arrived at his crib following the alleged altercation. Now, according to TMZ, because TMZ gets all the news first. I don't know how. It seems like they got moles in every situation, but they always get the information first. According to TMZ, Tyga was supposedly having a discussion with the police on Tuesday to give his side of the story after his ex said that he put hands on her early Monday morning. Since then, Tyga turned himself in and is reportedly facing felony domestic violence charges. The situation reportedly stems from Swanson making an appearance at Tyga's home around 3 a.m., with sources claiming the woman was acting belligerent at the rapper's door. So let me get this straight. Your ex, who you no longer fucking with, and I'm pretty sure you're not fucking with her because she's probably crazy. A lot of these bitches be crazy. So you're not fucking with her because the bitch is crazy. She shows up to your crib at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you let her in, instead of just calling the police right then and there, or instead of just sending her ass on her way. You see, situations like this, I don't feel sorry for these rap artists. I don't feel sorry for anybody, because you allow yourself to be put in that position. If a woman is showing up to my crib at 3 o'clock in the morning, obviously it's for one or two reasons. She's trying to get fucked, or she's trying to cause some problems. So if it's not the former and it's the latter, you need to send her on her motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people be putting themselves in position. So let me get this straight. She shows up to your front door, she's acting crazy as shit, and you let her in anyway. That makes no fucking sense. You need to send her on her way. Now, you're risking a domestic violence charge, and you can end up doing time and losing some of your shit based on whatever the fuck happens. Now, we all know some of these women, they create false allegations, whatever the case may be. But you can tell, if you dating a woman, you can tell whether or not she's fucking crazy or not. You can tell. There's always telltale signs. Her attitude, her responses, her remarks. And if it's to the position, and if it's to the point to where you feel like you got to put hands on her, then you need to get out of the situation immediately. Why entertain the situation, and why entertain her if she's going to make you that fucking mad to where you feel like you got to put hands on a bitch? So I look at situations like this and I say it's like playing a stupid game and you winning a stupid prize. You are today's winner, Tyga. And there's not like there isn't a lot of references out there of this type of shit going on. There's a lot of women. You got the Me Too movement. You got all this bullshit that these women are trying to come up off of guys, and you're still going to put yourself in a position to fall right into the statistic. So I don't feel bad for you, brother. Now, shout out to Young Boosie. He's wild. He's crazy. He's arrogant. He don't care. He don't be giving no fucks. He's going through some shit right now. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office released a mugshot of Boosie following the rapper's arrest on October 11th. Boosie got arrested, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the first time he's been arrested. They've been out to get Boosie for the longest. Boosie's arrest stems from an altercation that occurred during his set at the Legend of the Streets tour. It's a concert in Atlanta that went down earlier in the month. Now, while it was reported that the rapper was charged with 2 felonies and 3 misdemeanors, multiple reports has listed Boosie's specific charges. According to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, he's been charged with second-degree criminal damage to property, inciting a riot, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespassing. Boosie reportedly performed for only 2 minutes before an onstage brawl was caused by someone who came down from the DJ booth and attacked another man. Boosie is accused of running onto the main stage and damaging property belonging to the production team and arena. The 38-year-old and several others allegedly damaged more property as they exited. No injuries were reported, but production equipment, gear, several tables, and tents were damaged. Now, here's what happens. If the police have it in for you, they will book you on some bullshit and then tack on a whole bunch of other shit on top of it to make sure you never get out of fucking jail. They're notorious for that shit. They get you under one charge and then they lump all these other charges on top of you because now they got you. They caught you slipping. They've been after this gentleman Boosie for a long fucking time. For a long time, they've been after this guy. And for some reason, he's allowing himself to be put in these type of positions. Now, word on the street is Boosie arrived late to the show, allegedly. And he basically was about to lose his time slot. So instead, he basically bum rushed the stage and tried to take over somebody else's set. And they got into it. You know what I mean? So because of that, property was damaged, things was wrecked, etc., etc. But regardless of how much money you have and if you're willing to replace any of these items, you shouldn't put yourself in this position knowing that you have a background of where police are trying to capture you and get you anyway. Police been trying to throw Boosie under the jail for a while. Plus you got the LGBTQ community that has a disdain for Boosie because of some of the things he said in the past about them, whatever the case may be. So when you're skating on thin ice, you got to be careful about some of the things you do. And Boosie's no stranger to controversy. You see what happened with his Instagram page. I mean, they yanked his Instagram down, and they keep banning him, stopping his Instagram. But at some point in time, you got to have accountability for your actions. The type of stuff that he was putting on his Instagram wasn't suitable for Instagram, so they pulled it down. Now, I understand we're in a culture right now where shock value makes you go viral, which leads to more money, which leads to more opportunities, or whatever the case may be. But when you don't own the platform that any of these things are being ran on, you got to play by the rules. You got to play ball. It's not yours. You don't own the platform. So if you don't own the platform and they shut your shit down, you are going to lose quite a lot of money. You're going to lose a lot of bread. And that's what happened to Boosie. So while you're in these type of situations and you're fortunate and you're blessed, you can't take these situations for granted. Don't put yourself in these positions to where you can get locked up and have your name soiled because of anger or whatever the case may be. Now, when you're in the entertainment industry, time management is a very big thing. Time management is a big thing, period, in regular life. And a lot of people haven't mastered that yet. They wake up at the last second to go to work. They wait till the last second to leave the house. They don't take into consideration anything that can happen on the way to wherever they're going. Could be an accident. Could be a detour. The train could be shut down. The plane could be rerouted. Anything can happen. But you don't give yourself enough time. You don't give yourself enough time to sort out those other things that happen when they happen to you. So control your emotions. And don't let these people take the bag away from you. Control your emotions. But that's what I have for you guys today. Today in HipHop episode 31. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe to NoahJonesNews.com for all exclusive content. And I appreciate you. Stay tuned. Peace.